Hey everyone, Felipe here. Welcome to another Tower of Saviors card review video. In this video, I'll be taking a look at the new collector's deck that just got announced and released this week. And I will be letting you know whether the 5 new cards that got added in the game are worth pulling, or if you should save your diamonds for the next collaboration or for the next patch that is coming up in a few weeks. Bam! If you're new to the game and this is your first collaboration, first collector's deck, or if you've been playing for a while but this is your first collector's deck, this is going to be a different system from the regular drawing machines. So unlike drawing machines where once you pull a card you have a fixed probability of getting certain cards, the collector's deck has a fixed pool of cards that you can draw from. Once you pull that card, it is removed from the deck and you can keep pulling until the deck runs out of cards. This means that as long as you keep pulling, you can guarantee that you will get a copy of every single card in the collector's deck. In this case, we have 20 draws. So if you spend 100 diamonds, you can guarantee that you can get a copy of every single card in the deck, which will guarantee you one copy of each of the 5 new characters. The way it works is that once you pay the 5 diamonds in order to pull for the card, all 20 cards will be placed face down in front of you and you get to choose one to draw from. And in this case, the pool of this card will be, or this collector's deck will be shown on screen right here. We have the 5 new characters up on top and we have 15 different materials. I will get back to this image later when I discuss whether this deck is worth pulling for or not. So for now, let's take a look at the active skills. Something that Madhead has been doing that I really like is that they have been bringing previous collaboration active skills into the game again, because as you know, collaboration cards are pretty hard to come back just because of the contracts and everything like that. So in order for players to not feel left out, or if you missed out on an active skill, you are not able to get it again, Madhead has been bringing them back with original cards and putting them in collector's deck. This is no exception, so all 5 of these cards will have active skills that were previously part of collaboration cards in the past. So yeah, without further ado, let's take a look at the cards that we have now. First card that we have is going to be Arya. Arya is going to be a light human with a CD7 skill. And the active skill that she inherits is going to be the active skill from Ultramantiga. So if you played Light God teams or you've seen gameplay on Ultraman teams, Light God teams, you will see that a lot of people choose to use Ultramantiga. And this is because this active skill is really good. He will provide you with a fixed board convert. It will allow you to get all 5 attributes and enchanted and heart runes as well as give you an enchanted trail of 5 runestones, which will allow you to break enchanted quintet elemental shield as well. Additionally, having a fixed convert is also really beneficial because it allows you to counter certain enemy skills that will mess with your board. This way you can have a easier way to spin and also easier way to deal with enemy skills as well. Arya also gets the same switching skill and also a switch form that also has the same active skills as Ultramantiga. The only difference is that Ultramantiga is going to be a god card, while Arya is going to be a human card. So all the conditions from Ultramantiga will be different for Arya. You can see here on the screen, when there are 3 or more light humans in the team, restore all runes into the normal state. So Arya will be played in a light human team, which is not bad at all because Madhead has released a lot of good support for light human cards, as well as a light human black gold card, Xiangyu. We haven't seen him that much, but you could put Arya in it to boost your humans teams to a further level up there, because as a support card, Ultraman Tiga's skill is really good with all the fixed convert as well as board refresh, and you can also get a 6 rounds of attack and recovery times 2, which is a really good attack buff. But yeah, so even if you have Ultramantiga, there is benefit of getting Arya, just because Ultramantiga is a light god card, while Arya is a human card. So this difference in race will actually benefit different teams. So even if you have Ultramantiga, it might be worth getting Arya in your inventory just to boost those light human teams a notch higher as well. But yeah, in my opinion, this is a really good active skill. Really happy that they brought it back. And in my personal opinion, I think this is the best active skill in this collector's deck. Yeah, moving on, we have Silva Spindrift Ingrid. This is a water human card, and the active skill that she inherits is going to be from Machi from the Hunter x Hunter collaboration, the Spider Troop collaboration specifically. So I'm really happy about this skill. This is my go-to attack booster. We have Machi and Cassandra. You can use either of them. But in my opinion, I think I like Machi a little bit better just because you don't have to sacrifice all your recovery in order to get that consistent attack boost. The only problem with Machi is that you do have to pass by the locked positions, uh, and if those are electrified or weathered, you will not be able to pass through them, or having burnt trail or sticky trail can mess you up a little bit. On the other hand, Cassandra, she reduces your recovery by 0, but you have free reign of movement. But yeah, so I think, in my opinion, Machi can sometimes be better than Cassandra, but Cassandra is also a really good attack booster. So if you missed out on Machi, definitely consider getting Ingrid. However, nowadays you don't see people running Machi or Cassandra that much. People run Cassandra mostly for the recovery inversion, which the more you recover, the more damage you take. Just because she lowers your recovery to 0, which allows you to survive against those enemy skills. But if you need consistent damage boosting, then Machi and Cassandra are your go-to cards. And if you missed out on Machi, Ingrid is now the replacement for you. And definitely a good active skill to have. But we haven't seen a need of getting um, a lot of booster cards in team nowadays. The meta revolves more into breaking annoying shields and different utility cards that can break different annoying enemy skills as well. But yeah, still a good skill to have. A little bit situational depending on what shields you encounter, but in my opinion, a really good attack boosting skill. Next, we have Surfing Duo Ribu, and Ribu is actually, I'm surprised they brought this active skill back. This is going to be the same active skill as Yashiro Nanakase from King of Fighters collaboration, which is a collaboration that happened very long time ago in terms of collaborations. But yeah, so the skill is upon completion of moving runestones, the combos made in the first batch will be added to the total combo count until 15 or more combos are made. So this used to be a really good skill for Hideyoshi teams and also Izanagi teams. Basically, it was a really good skill for cards that did very low initial combos and allowed them to generate more combos and break a lot of combo shields. However, a lot of the leaders nowadays in the current meta have easier ways of generating high combo counts, as well as enemy skills now require you to dissolve more combos in the first batch. If you encounter an enemy that requires you to dissolve 8 combos in the first batch, you're basically killing this skill immediately because you will get 16 combos and that will deactivate your skill. So this skill, in my opinion, is going to be a little bit weaker than the others in this collector's deck. However, I think Madhead did mention that Power Release Sengoku is coming up soon, so that might include Power Release Hideyoshi. In which case, having Ribu or having this active skill could be beneficial for you. Just because Hideyoshi did rely on Yashiro for those extra combos sometimes. But yeah, other than that, I do think this active skill is a little bit weaker than the other ones. In the current meta, I wouldn't see that much use for it, just because we can generate a lot of combos easier with other cards, and a lot of leader skills and team skills already give you that extra combo to begin with. Um, and yeah, and it is really easy to get above 15 combos with a lot of the teams, which will mean that you will deactivate this skill. So it wouldn't be that useful in your teams anyways. Okay, moving on, we have Xiahou Tun's skin or swimsuit version, which is a light human, different from her original version. CD7 skill, explode non-light and non-dark runes to generate light and dark runes. Ignore puzzle shield and change your attack to dark, and your monster's attack increases by 500 for each runestone exploded. The card that she's taking this active skill is going to be Razor from the Hunter x Hunter collaboration as well. Small difference is that Razor's attack boost is plus 300, while Xiahou Tuan's attack boost is going to be plus 500. And actually, this is a pretty good card in my opinion, or pretty good active skill. You do generate a lot of attacking runes for light and dark teams. If your light runes are attacking runes and your dark runes are attacking runes, you are generating a lot of attacking runes for your team. Additionally, your monster's damage will be dealt regardless of puzzle shield, and you're also boosting your damage. If you are able to dissolve or explode all 30 runes on the board, you get a plus 6,000 attack bonus. And let's just take a look at Razor. His attack is 1,600 ish or 1,700. So a 6,000 attack boost is going to be more than 3 times a boost, and that is a pretty significant chunk of damage. So Xiahou Dun's ability is going to be pretty good, and the fact that you can break Puzzle Shield and launch a Dark Attack is going to be icing on the cake. Especially nowadays, Madhead is also including cards or enemies that will only take damage from certain attributes, so having cards that change your attributive attack are also really beneficial. Yeah, so in my opinion, her skill is really good. That being said, there are other cards in the game that can break puzzle shields and also generate attacking runes. So in the current meta, she can also be easily replaced by other cards. Especially, like I said before, Madhead does release a lot of light human support, and there are a lot of light human cards in the game nowadays. Oh yeah. Lastly, we have Spike of her Strength, Madame Heidi. This is also going to be another light human team. You can see there's a trend going on. Matt is releasing all these light humans. I don't know. I am just going to give a guess that a light human leader might be coming up sometime soon. I have no idea, but that is my hypothesis, just based on the amount of light human cards that they have been releasing with this collector's deck. But yeah, Madame Heidi is going to be a CD1 skill, and this is going to be a really good skill and comes from Erza from the Fairy Tail collaboration seal. CD1, really quick, you can activate it whenever, and the more accumulated rounds you have, the higher your combo count, which is going to be really good because you can just give yourself extra combo counts whenever you need it, and also you can accumulate it pretty quickly. Nowadays, we don't see Urza come out as much, just same issue as Yashido. Current meta leaders have ways of increasing their own combo counts easily, so there's no need to increase your combo count plus 5 that much. So Ursa hasn't seen much play in the current meta nowadays. However, it is still a really good active skill. You are generating attacking runes based on your accumulated rounds. You are generating extra combo count, and you're also launching extra attacks. So, all in all, it is a really well balanced active skill. Really short cooldown, you can activate it whenever. However, max accumulation is 5, so you can launch 4 attacks, 3 attacks, 2 attacks whenever you activate it. Or you can just wait and then launch 5 attacks at the end. So in my opinion, I do think Erza's skill or Madame Heidi's active skill is going to be really powerful to get if you missed out on the Fairy Tail collaboration seal. But yeah, that is going to be all for these active skill reviews. They are all pretty good active skills to bring back. However, keep in mind that a lot of the cards that I've been mentioning, like Tiga, Yashiro, Machi, Razor, and Ursa, if you have been seeing a lot of gameplay on YouTube, they haven't seen much play in the recent patches and the recent newer stages, like 9 more stages, ultimate stages. This is because these cards can be replaced with other utility cards in the game that we already have, so they are not a must pull by any means. If you get them, they're going to be really good. However, do you really need them? Is that the question? I think you don't really need to get them just because there are a lot of different options in the game that can supplement uh, these active skills or replace these active skills. They are not super unique in which you have to have them. There are certain skills like Yoko, which Yoko is a really good active skill, and you should definitely have one. So whenever Yoko's active skills come back, definitely get that one for sure. But these 5 active skills, they're good, but they're just okay in my opinion. Especially if we go back to the collector's deck, you can see that 15 of these cards are just materials. And these materials we can just get from different events, like for example, the guild events. So the question you have to ask yourself is a harpy worth 5 diamonds? Is a fire um, like soulstone worth 5 diamonds? Or is a neon crow worth 5 diamonds? That is the question you have to ask yourself, because most likely than not, in the process of getting these 5 cards, you will undoubtedly get one of these cards or one of these materials at the expense of 5 diamonds. And in my opinion, that is a very expensive cost for just a material card, especially for harpies. If you do the returning stage, you get one. If you do a new stage, you also get a harpy. So spending 5 diamonds, that is spending a draw chance at a collaboration seal or a draw chance of a new seal for a material that you can get for free usually, and not my preference personally. Yeah, given that these active skills are good. I'm not gonna lie, the art style is really nice. I love the summer vibes from this art style. Um, yeah, I love the summer vibes, but 100 diamonds to guarantee all 5 cards is a little bit steep considering that 15 of these, so basically 75 diamonds of these are just gonna go into materials. Doesn't fit that well with me basically. But yeah. So overall, I do think these active skills are really worth getting, or they're worth getting. If you get them, you will be happy. But if you don't get them, you're not missing out on that much. Also, if you already have active skills that are similar to these, if you already have Machi, or if you already have Razor, if you have Erza, then there's no real need to pull. Uh, if you're like me and you have a lot of cards, the only one that might be worth getting is Ingrid or Arya, just because she is a different race from Ultraman Tiga, and she could be a really good addition for newer light human teams. Uh, but other than that, the other ones aren't that um, broken. Machi's skill can be replaced by Cassandra. You just have to find a way of recovering health. Ripu, um, a lot of team leaders generate more than 15 combos, so you will deactivate this skill. If not, then an enemy with an initial 8 combo fixed shield will kill you or deactivate the skill basically. Chahotuan, a lot of puzzle shields can be broken, for example the Saint Seiya series, or you can use a Dragonary craft to break puzzle shield, but also not super necessary. And Madame Heidi, you can add combos using other cards as well, and you can use a combination of different cards to generate attacking moves and another card to generate extra combo counts. So honestly, these 5 returning active skills aren't super broken, so if you miss out on them, you aren't missing out of anything. However, this is just my personal opinion. If you personally really like the art style and want to go for the cards, go for it, because honestly, this is a game, and whatever you want to do is what's most important. and whatever gives you the most fun is going to be the most important part of this game. I personally really like the art style, so if you're like me and really enjoy the art style and want to keep it in your inventory, then by all means go for it. Don't let me stop you from pulling if you really like the art style and really like the skills and want to play with them. But yeah, the only thing that just puts me off is that the fact that I would have to spend 75 diamonds for materials, because 75 diamonds, I could be using those to get the new cards or get new collaboration seals. But yeah, all in all, this collector's deck, I really like the direction that my head is taking. Bringing back active skills from previous collaboration cards is really helpful, because if you missed out, that means you didn't miss out completely, and there is still a chance that you will be able to get these broken active skills sometime in the future. But yeah, that's all I had to say about this collector's deck. Please let me know in the comments if I missed anything or if I said anything wrong. Yeah, I will personally maybe do a couple pulls to see if I get lucky with Arya, but I am going to be saving my diamonds for the next patch, because the Kamen Rider patch just ended, which means that the next patch will be coming in a couple weeks. So I will be saving my diamonds for that. And actually, if you want to draw for the collector's deck, I would suggest to wait until Thursday when the GNN news comes out. Maybe they will announce um, the new patch cards, and you can make a decision then. But yeah, but like I said, this is just my personal opinion. Whatever makes you happy is what's most important. So make sure you pull if you want to, if you like the art style, or if you're missing certain utility cards in your team, definitely it is worth considering pulling for this collector's deck. However, if you're free to play, keep in mind that 100 diamonds might be a lot, especially with a new patch around the corner. You might want to save those resources to get new cards from, yeah, you want to get cards from newer series, just because power creep is a thing, and each new card will be better than the old ones, and whenever a collaboration comes, then you have another step up and another step up. But yeah, that's all I had to say about this collector's deck. Please let me know if I said anything wrong or if I missed anything, and as always, stay tuned on my YouTube channel for more Tower of Saviors content. For now, stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you next time. Bye everyone!